What's up, fragrance lovers, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Marie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. So if you're someone that is into fragrance, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bells. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video and you don't miss out. I'm going to be talking about fragrances that I'm going to try to attempt to wear this summer. So for a very long time, I have been the type of person that has categorized my fragrances for spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I want to get out of that mindset because I feel like it's just not good for me to enjoy certain fragrances only for certain times of the year. I should be able to enjoy my fragrances whenever I want to enjoy my fragrances. So I'm slowly coming out of that mindset. And it's gonna take a little bit of practice because seriously, at one point I used to really switch out my fragrances. When it was fall and winter, I would bring out those fragrances and put the spring, summer fragrances up, and so forth and so on. At current moment, I have all my fragrances out on display, and I do have them categorized, but I have them categorized for in their own houses. Like I have all my Kilians together, I have all my Givenchy together, I have all of my Kayali together, so forth and so on. So that's how I categorize my fragrances right now. And I haven't like put up my spring fragrances or anything of that nature. I do have a monthly tray. If you've not seen that video, go watch that video. Every time I say I'm gonna link it up the top, I never link it up the top. So if I remember, I will try, but more than likely I probably would not. So you just have to go down a little bit in my videos and see my monthly perfume tray. I do have a little bit more spring, summer scents because you know we're in spring already and we're getting into summer. Here in Texas, we don't really have much of a spring, and we don't really have much of a fall. To be honest with you, spring and fall kind of feel the same for me here in Texas. Like right now, we've had a lot of rain. It used to be very cool at nighttime where I think the temperatures was dropping down into like the 50s. I remember at one point not that long ago, I actually had to turn on my heat, and I hadn't turned on my heat in a really long time. So I haven't had to do that lately. Right now it's cool outside, you know, it's breezy. Even though the sun is out and bright, you know, we still have a cool little breeze coming through, and it's quite nice. So I don't know what's gotten me into this thinking process, or I should say changing this thinking process, is because I bought a new fragrance for myself for Mother's Day, and I haven't talked about it with you guys yet, but when I tell you I am in love with the fragrance, I'm gonna do a dedicated video to it if you guys are interested in a dedicated video, but I'm gonna talk about it in this video. So I bought it that Friday before Mother's Day. I was in Macy's. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have saw that video already, or that reel I should say. And I bought a Narciso Rodriguez fragrance. It's actually a fragrance that has been on my radar since like forever. Like I've been wanting this fragrance, honey, since Johnny was a boy. I saw it online and on Macy's, and they never had it in the stores. So it was a little bit pricey at the time. It's still pricey, okay? Let me stop lying. It's still pricey, okay? But the thing that was really stopping me was the fact that it was online. And you know, it's just like when you go into a store and you're shopping and you see something you want and it's like literally right there. Like you don't have to order it, you don't have to worry about shipping or any of that crazy stuff. It was that type of feeling, and I felt like, you know what? This is my chance to get this fragrance because I don't know, it was my chance to get it. I felt like everything was aligned and I needed to get that fragrance. So anyway, I wore that fragrance the Saturday before Mother's Day, and it's not my typical to-go-to type of fragrance for spring. It does have some heavy notes in it, but when I tell you guys, the fragrance is so soft and pretty. And I got to thinking, I was like, you know what, maybe it's really time for me to really reevaluate this whole switching of the fragrances per season. Let me just stop doing that. And I feel like I pulled a few fragrances that I really want to try to wear this summer. Of course, it would be more so, a few of them will be more so reserved for nighttime. I don't think I would necessarily be able to pull them off in the daytime unless I'm going to work, and of course I'm in the AC all day. I'm not hot, sweaty, and all that other stuff. So let's see if these fragrances are gonna work. I'm gonna come back and do a part 2 of this video and see if these are actually fragrances I can actually pull off during the summertime. So the first one I want to talk about is actually the one that I bought for myself for Mother's Day, and this is Amber Musk from Narciso Rodriguez. I am a huge fan of Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. I have literally not every release that he's come out with, but I have the majority of his fragrances. I have the her in the Eau de Parfum, and I have it in the Eau de Toilette. I have Fleur Musk or Musc Noir, and I don't have the Rose Noir. That one is just a little bit too heady for me. The florals are just doing too much. Even though I did smell both of them last year when they came out, I leaned more so with the Musc Noir. I felt like that was a little bit more of my speed, even though it doesn't project and it doesn't last long, but that's okay. It smells beautiful. Okay, I know longevity is very important to a lot of you girlies out there. Y'all will not buy a fragrance if it doesn't last long. But you guys, this fragrance is absolutely stunning. This fragrance is beautiful. It's actually released in 2013. For some reason in my mind, I thought it was a newer release, but it's actually about 10 years old now. This is an intense version, like intense fragrance. And I thought it was like a special release for like the Middle East or something like that. I don't know. If you guys know, comment down below and let me know. But I feel like it was like an exclusive launch or an exclusive release. But I'm happy to have my hands on it. There's 2 releases of this fragrance. There is the Rose Musk and there's the Amber Musk. And I sprayed each of them on my arms, and I ended up buying the Rose Musk because the lady in the store, she was like, this is a beautiful rose and oud is so amazing, blah, 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 blah. You should have this. And me thinking in my head, like, I have so many rose and oud combination fragrances. I don't need another one. I don't need another one. But anyway, she convinced me and I ended up buying that one, right? But when I got outside, I hadn't even made it to the car yet, y'all. I hadn't even made it to the car. I kept smelling something. And I was like, oh my God, what is that? And of course I had sprayed a few other fragrances on me, because Mother's Day is the best time to buy fragrances if you guys don't know that, especially in department stores, because you get like other free goodies with them and you get like the whole set and all that. So I do like to buy fragrances around Mother's Day and Christmas and Father's Day too, because you do get those extra goodies. But I kept smelling something and I was like, what the hell? What is this? And I'm going down my arm and I got over here. It was this. This smelled so beautiful. It was like a sweet, ambery, musky, powdery type of fragrance. It just consumed me. I got in the car and I took the rose out of the bag, and I was like, you know what, I gotta go back in the store and switch them out. I have to go back in and switch them out. Note to self though, I will never do that again. I'm gonna always go with my first move, because returning that fragrance was just a whole debacle. But I was able to return it, and I got what I really wanted. Top, you have musk, orange blossom. In the middle, you have patchouli, oud, leather. In the base, you have amber, vanilla, and incense. Listen, I already know those are some heavy notes. Oud and leather in itself, those together, you would think, wow, this fragrance is just explosive. Like, it's a headbanger. Like, it's just doing the most. And it is, don't get me wrong, but there is a softness to this fragrance. Now, at initial spray, you do get that head banging, you know, feel. Like, it generally makes you like go, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get that. But let it dry down. Let it dry down. It just unfolds into the most amazing fragrance I have in my collection. Don't have any regrets whatsoever. If you are a lover of Her by Narciso Rodriguez, I think you will enjoy this fragrance, because it does have a little bit of the Her DNA. Not so much though, but it does kind of, you know, remind you of Her a little bit. But for me, I pick up this beautiful sweet vanilla that's mixed in with the musk, and I get hints of oud and leather and a little bit of the patchouli. Whenever I went to hug someone, baby, people was like, oh my God, you smell so good. And this is the fragrance that just made me think, okay, I need to rethink this whole thing. Like, I really need to pick some fragrances out in my collection that I feel like I can really pull off in the summertime. And I definitely can pull this off in the summertime. It is gorgeous. It is very elevated. It smells expensive. It smells like, you know, even though I was dressed down, it smelled like I had some money. Okay, it smelled like money. It smelled sophisticated on me. Like, it just made me feel very like regal and royal. You know, it just had that effect on me. And I love this fragrance. So again, this is Amber Musk by Narciso Rodriguez. I believe you can get it online, Macy's online. Go check it out. But it was well worth it for me. Now, this was a fragrance that was gifted to me. This is called Genesis, and it's from the brand called Brent. It's from a perfume company called Brent. This is an eau de parfum. They are American made. And this is just a beautiful scent. Now, I actually have worn this one. I want to say it was on April's tray, if I'm not mistaken, February or April, because we were still in that whole transition period with the weather. So I felt like on those days that it was cool, I could pull it off. Interesting thing is, I did wear this to work one day, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Like, I didn't get clocked at work. No one said I smelled loud or anything like that. It was just really like, I had a really good experience with it. Like, I had a moment with it, and I thought, okay, this is definitely a wearable scent all year round. With this fragrance, you're gonna get rose, you're going to get a little bit of tobacco. I want to say you do get some incense, and you get this very ultra creamy sandalwood. And that is what I love the most about this fragrance. It does put me in the frame of mind of fragrances like Oud Bouquet and Shagoff Oud. It also has a note of vanilla, so you get this sweet, kind of smoky, rose, oudy type of vibe from this fragrance. That's the DNA that it's giving. But it is totally wearable. It is totally wearable. I think this would make a really great, sexy date night scent in the summertime. And you know, even if you're not going out on a date, girl, if you're just going to have dinner with friends or whatever, happy hour, whatever you got going on, I think this would be a great fragrance to wear for that occasion. Dressed up, looking sexy, you know the vibe that you're giving, and you want to, wear something that's extremely sexy. I would definitely go for this one. If you are a lover of rose and tobacco and sandalwood with a little bit of incense and wood, this would be right up your alley. If you and I enjoy the same type of fragrances, I think you would enjoy this one as well. I do have a code. I would put it down here at the bottom of the screen. You'll also be able to find it down below in my description box. But I think this is a beautiful fragrance. Now, you don't want to get this big. I think this is a 100 ml. If you don't want to get the 100 ml, I think they do come in a 30 ml or a 10 ml. I think it's a 10 ml. This is actually the brand's first release. And I feel like for their first fragrance out of the box, they did an amazing job. It's one of my favorite rose fragrances, and I'm a real tough critic. The type of person where like I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I want to give critique, and I want to, if they're open to critique and taking some constructive criticism and maybe switching some things up, I'm totally open to that. Now I'm at the point where if it's a brand that I've never heard of, I'm like, send me a sample, girl, because if I don't like it, I'm not the type of person to get on and fake and shake. And when, I don't know if you guys saw my unboxing that I did on Instagram for this fragrance, but honey, I was on pins and needles because I didn't know if I was gonna like this fragrance. But y'all, when I tell you this fragrance blew me away the first time I smelled it, I was like, oh damn. This is good. Definitely cannot wait to wear it this summer at night. Well, any time of the day, to be honest with y'all, because it's an amazing scent. Here is our beloved Angel's Share by Kilian. And usually, for the most part, oh, this is so pretty. I always save this for fall and winter. This is like my staple to go to fragrance for fall and winter. But I want to shake it up a little bit. I want to see what this thing gonna do in the summertime. What's interesting is in the summertime, when it's hot outside, I think fragrances have a tendency to perform differently than they do when it's cold outside. If you guys agree, thumbs up this video. See, this is like my cozy, comforting, warm type of fragrance. In the opening, you have cognac. In the mid, you have cinnamon, tonka, and oak. In the base, you have praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. This is definitely like a gourmand scent to me. It's sweet and creamy and spicy and warm. You get the booziness from the cognac. And I really feel like because of the praline and the vanilla and sandalwood, I probably could pull this off in the summertime. Like, I'm thinking like not in the dead ass heat of the summer, but somebody might ask me out. You know what I'm saying? And I might want to wear this. I think I'm going to wear this because it's just going to give a different vibe. It's going to give a different feel. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all, you see where I'm going with this? This one has macerated nicely, okay? It has sat and got nice and good and juicy. Y'all see the color in this thing? Baby, she ready. She ready, okay? So I'm going to have to circle back and let y'all know, how it performed in the heat and all that. Of course, wherever I'm gonna be, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be in somebody AC. Like, I don't see myself just sitting out in the dead ass heat in the sun. Like, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. This next fragrance is a fragrance I don't usually grab for, and it's kind of sad, really. It's kind of sad because I got it because it was extremely unique. It reminded me of a cherry Coca-Cola type of scent, and it's Rouge Smoking by BDK. As y'all can see, the bottle is full. I don't grab for this one that much. Is that like an indication that I really don't like it? But I do like it though. The notes include cherry, pink pepper, bergamot, black vanilla husk, heliotrope, orange blossom, tonka bean, cashmere and wood, white musk, ambroxan, labdanum, and violet. Is it labdanum? Labdanum? I don't know. And violet. But I like this one. I feel like the reason why I can get away with it, wearing it in the summer, is because it is sweet. I feel like that is the only reason why I would be able to get away with wearing this fragrance in the summertime. It's a sweet, creamy cherry fragrance. It just reminds me of a cherry, like a vanilla cherry Coke. It smells just like that to me. Let me just spray some. Let me spray some on this arm right here, because I haven't sprayed it in a while. Let me just get it on skin and see what it's giving. Yeah, that orange blossom, that orange blossom though, is so syrupy. It's so syrupy and thick. It reminds me of the same type of thickness that is in like Scandal or something like that. I'm glad this fragrance doesn't have honey in it, because baby, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. But yeah, it's very thick and syrupy and sweet. Definitely nighttime. I don't think I can pull this off in the dead heat like that. I don't know, but I'm really excited for this experiment, because I just feel like I need to start wearing some of my fragrances. And baby, it takes months for the winter time to get here. Like, who has that type of time? I'm curious. I want to see what it's gonna do. If you guys have worn any of these fragrances in the summertime, please comment down below. Let me know. Give me some idea of what I can look forward to. Okay. Last but not least, and I hope this fragrance don't have me coming out smelling like somebody mama or somebody grandma or somebody nana. Okay, because it already kind of low-key has those vibes for me. And I'm not trying to offend you guys. Okay, truth be told, I can't wait to become a grandma. I'm going to wear YSL's Libre Parfum, and I'm kind of nervous. This might be the first one I wear, so I can just go ahead and see what it's gonna do. Because this fragrance, granted, even though I love it way more than the original release, the original just had too much lavender in it for me, and I can't do all that lavender. But I love this one. I feel like this one has saffron in it, if I'm not mistaken, and y'all know I love me a good saffron fragrance. And I want to see what it's gonna do. I actually did wear this, and now that I'm thinking about it, I did wear this one. Me and a friend of mine, y'all, we went to this little Hole in the Wild club. This is a little fun fact about me. I love going to Hole in the Wild clubs because I have the best time there, okay? People be dancing and having a good time. It was giving a little geriatrics, I ain't gonna even lie. The drinks are like soldier drinks. Like, you gotta be a real soldier to drink them type of drinks, because the girls, they don't be measuring in the little measuring cups. Baby, they be free pouring, okay? Like, you got to be a soldier to drink the drinks in the Hole in the Wild. Like, know what you're doing, okay? Know what you're getting into when you go to the Hole in the Wild. But I enjoy Hole in the Wild. So I actually had my 40th birthday party at the same Hole in the Wild. So I wore this one and I paired it with Rouge 540, and Libre was having a moment. The girlies were like doing the layering combination with those two, and it wasn't bad. I don't know if the girlies were layering it with the original Libre or the intense Libre or the Libre Parfum. I don't know, but I layered mine with the Libre Parfum, and it was actually quite nice. And it was kind of warm that night too. It wasn't like super hot, but it was a little warm. I want to say this was in February or something like that. So I actually have worn this one out already, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna wear it on its own. I'm gonna wear it by itself and see how I feel about it. I feel like this was the appropriate fragrance to wear to go to the Hole in the Wild, okay? This was the one, because this one does give me a little bit of a more mature feel, more of a little bit of a, you know, vintagey type of vibe. And I swear to y'all, I swear to y'all, I'm not trying to do it, but for some reason I feel like I'm leaning more to like the more mature scents. Help me, please. Help me. This is because I'm becoming a more mature woman. Is that what it is? I don't know. Maybe it's in my head. I don't know, but I feel like every time I go pick up a scent, it's not like a girly type of scent. But maybe it's the fact that I do enjoy fragrances that are heavier, that are more patchouli based, you know, scents like that. So in the top you have ginger and saffron, so I was right. There's still some lavender in here, orange blossom in the mid, bourbon vanilla. Love bourbon vanilla. Bourbon vanilla is very boozy in my opinion, sweet and boozy. There's honey and tonka bean and vetiver. I do enjoy the fact that I cannot detect the honey. I do like that. I'm gonna give this a try on its own in the summertime, nighttime, summertime, and see how it performs. But I do enjoy this fragrance. I really do enjoy it. I really want to get out of that mindset that's just like, that has to go. That's like an old way of thinking, you know, just like trends and everything changes all the time. Baby, like white, okay? People used to be, you couldn't wear white after Labor Day. Now we wear white all year round. I love how trends and things change. And I feel like it should be the same way in fragrance. I feel like I should not have any restriction on myself on when I wear my fragrances. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite fragrance is that's considered to be a headbanger that most people would probably only wear in the wintertime, but you wear it all year round. Let me know what that fragrance is in the comments. If you're someone that is into fragrance, I would love for you to subscribe. Click that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload and you don't miss out. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I would appreciate it so much. I hope you guys are having a pleasant day and I hope you are smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.